Hi, you guys. So, another way that another side effect of trauma bonding is moments of intense anger, and it's because of the abuse. So, it's because the narcissist projects their anger onto the empath, and the ways in which they do this is that when you're in a conversation with a third party and they're speaking on something serious or something traumatic or hurtful that they went through, then the narcissist will shoot arrows at the empath because the narcissist is incapable of showing empathy, and it angers them that this person is seeking empathy from the narcissist. So what they will do when they don't want to show empathy is shoot arrows at the empath that's there. So what my sister will say to me is, don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. Don't be mean. And I wasn't even about to laugh at that. That was it would be completely out of line and inappropriate to even laugh at something like that. But that's how the narcissist projects their anger onto the empath, because it will make me feel upset when she would say that. And then when I try to clarify myself and say I wasn't even about to do that, she's off and switching the subject and leaving the person looking at me in a bad light. So it's like she's doing two evils in one moment. By doing this, she's causing anger in me and not allowing me to clear my name, and causing the third party to look at me wrongly. This is one of the ways that the narcissist will project their anger. Others is, of course, gaslighting, picking an argument with the empath, saying a lie on the empath, promising to do something with the empath, and then bailing out, ghosting the empath. And then if you ask them why didn't they show up, then they'll say, well, they never made those plans, or they'll say that they don't have to do anything. She'll just blatantly talk like it's her life and her business, and she doesn't have to do it if she doesn't want to do it. But she didn't even notify anyone. Or she'll lie and say that she did notify me when she didn't. I'm looking at my phone, I'm checking through my messages, checking through my call log. Nothing is there. So this is one of the ways in which they project anger is in the empath, is that they will set the empath up to be disappointed, to be hurt, and then will act dismissive about it later. So what it does is it causes you to feel locked in. It causes the empath to feel locked in, like they were never able to resolve this or to get closure on something. And what happens is that when you're in a state of peace, when you're trying to just have a peaceful moment to yourself, you're out eating, I'm out eating or driving, and once I get into that place where I'm feeling at peace, then that thought, then you're plunged into the moment again, even though that moment has already passed. You're plunged back into it, where you feel hopeless, you feel like you wasn't able to clear your name, you feel defenseless, and it creates moments of anger inside your body, especially when you're out and around other people. When I'm out and around other people and I'm just trying to enjoy myself and I'm trying to have peace, then those memories would plunge me into like a pit of pain and a pit of feeling like I'm being like strong-armed, like something has clasped down on me, and I'm feeling like somebody is doing this unjust thing to me, but I can't defend myself. I can't fight back. I can't extend my arms to protect myself because my arms are bound down and I'm at the mercy of whatever is being done to me. Because in that moment where my sister is shooting her arrows by saying these poisonous comments to me, and or gaslighting me or setting me up to ghost me, it's like I felt helpless. I felt like I'm constantly trying to trust this person, and this person is not trustworthy. And I know that it sounds like, well, just don't trust the person, just don't go around the person. But what the narcissist will do is they will have moments of love bombing. They'll have moments where they'll act reasonable. They won't address any of their past wrongs. They don't acknowledge that, but they'll just have moments where they'll come around in the most sweet way and engage in you in the most sweet way. And because you're so deprived of any real family connection, you're drawn into it. I was drawn into it, and that would pull me back into the situation. And there was always this murkiness in the pit of my gut, which was probably a sign that, don't trust this person. But at the same time, you almost can't help but to be drawn in, because you want to get along with these people. You want to believe that they're on the up and up, and that they're trying to make things work. And so it's in those moments of the love bombing that I get drawn back into feeling like, oh, this is my sister. We're gonna get along. We don't really have any other family around, because it was just us and our mother. So we have to stick together. That's my thinking. We have to try to make it work. And so once I'm drawn back in, then it's like the attacks start again. The shooting of the arrows, the gaslighting, the projections would start all over again. And then I would leave there feeling like I would blame myself. I would blame myself. Like, why did I even trust her again? Why did I even put myself back into that situation? Even when I'm trying to pray, even when I'm trying to speak about it to the Lord, I would find myself getting so angry that I'm yelling the prayer out. And then I would have to apologize and pull back and say, I'm not trying to yell at you, Lord. I'm just upset over what's going on. And then I will go into prayer and try to explain the situations and why is this happening? Why is my family doing this to me? Why is this particular person in my family, my younger sister, being this way to me? And it's embarrassing that it's the younger sister who is the most potent and the most manipulative to me. And because I feel obligated as an older sister, even though we're a year apart, to be there for her, it's like this sense of obligation that I really shouldn't have, but I did, to try to be there for her and overlook her faults and show love. Everything you're taught in church and everything you're taught from the scriptures, show love, forgive, but you don't realize that this person doesn't even know how to appreciate forgiveness. They don't really even know how to receive your love. In fact, the more kindness I show in the face of something mean that she does, that's actually where it backfires on her, and she becomes angry at me for showing kindness when she expected an outburst or she expected a fight or an argument. Yet it's not always easy to do. It's not always easy to show love in the face of a painful situation, when somebody has pained you like that. It's not always easy to do. So it's this unexpected moments of anger when you're by yourself and you're trying to just have a quiet moment to yourself and you're trying to enjoy yourself. You're going out to eat, you're sitting alone in your apartment, you're driving in your vehicle, moments of quietness on the job, And all of a sudden, I was like, be plunged into these trauma attacks. And I would feel this intense anger. And I wasn't always able to release it. So I'd have to try to just put it away somewhere, suppress it down somewhere, because I still got to work, or I'm out around other people while I'm eating. So you can't even address it. But when I'm praying in my apartment or praying in my car and I'm trying to pray calmly to the Lord, that's when the anger will boil up in me over what happened. And now I'm not praying the way I want to pray, but I'm just screaming almost. Feeling like I gotta scream into a pillow, and sometimes I do scream into a pillow, because the anger is just so intense. And it's like, God, take this anger out of me. Take this anger out of me. I don't want this anger. I'm not an angry person. I'm not a mean person. Take this anger out of me. And that's how I would have to pray over and over. And that's what actually kept me sane and helped me to cope. Because what the narcissist wants to do is they want to destroy you. They want to destroy the empath, not realizing that the empath is the one, once they're set free, once they come into their calling, then they can break that curse off of the rest of the family. That's why they're called generational curse breakers. But since the narcissist can't see that, and they're so blinded and deceived by the demons inside them, they do every and anything to keep the empath from evolving and growing. So yeah, another side effect is moments of anger, especially in peaceful moments and at peaceful times when you're trying to have peace. It robs you of that peace even when you're off to yourself. And that's what I had to pray about. Lord, allow me to enjoy my peace when I'm to myself. Help me, Lord God, to have peace when I'm out and I'm just wanting to go get something to eat. Help me to have peace when I'm driving. Help me to have peace when I'm in my apartment. Why is it that the day is so nice and pretty and I'm wound up in this anger? Lord God, take this anger out of me. Help me to be at peace as I see other people at peace. How come they're able to be at peace and I'm still wrestling with this anger even though I've forgiven this person? How come I'm still wrestling with this anger? Well, the Lord finally made it clear to me that I needed to. It wasn't enough to just pray and to ask for the anger to be removed out of me, but I had to release the whole situation to Him. I had to release that person to Him and stop feeling like I'm going to pray this person through, because I would constantly pray. I pray that this person changes. I pray that this person's heart changes. But the Lord was like, just release the person over to Him. It's nothing I could do to change this person. Once I did that, then the responsibility and the anger of what this person had done would alleviate. Those triggers would stop happening. They just started dropping off more and more. So less and less was I having those trigger and those angry moments, especially when I couldn't do anything about it because I'm out and around other people. And you don't want to have misdirected anger against somebody else because they're being a little bit annoying, but they don't deserve the kind of anger that's about to be unleashed on them, because that anger is really towards my younger sister who refuses to communicate with me when I want to talk things out with her. She's just so avoidant and deflective, so she doesn't allow me to talk anything out with her. That's another thing, is there's no conflict resolutions with a narcissist. They don't want a resolution. The more you think that you're gonna try to get a resolution with them and resolve some kind of conflict with them, come to some kind of a mutual agreement, it's like they'll keep you in circles. They'll just keep you going in circles because they don't want to resolve anything. They want to keep that going because the end factor is to destroy the empath. So by releasing the situation, releasing the person over to the Lord, that slowly started to drop off the triggers. And more I was able to have more peace when I would be in moments to myself and enjoying a beautiful day like you see today. I was able to actually start enjoying it. There were moments when I really couldn't even enjoy it, no matter how beautiful the day was. It's like I just couldn't enjoy it. But now I'm able to, thanks to the Lord freeing me of a lot of those angry attacks. Well, I hope this helps somebody, and you all be blessed.